Life is on a spaceship. I don't know where it's headed. I miss our conversation. Yeah. The way you used to love me. Oh, you know, back on earth we had a good time. White wine, dancing underneath the starlight. Just you and I. You kissed me from your lips the first time. My, I can tell a lot, yeah, baby. But I'd sacrifice my day for one day with you, yeah. Jah knows I would, yeah. One thing's for sure, even when the rain is falling, you know me in the middle of the storm. Somewhere out there in the flood, you know that I'm there, no umbrella. Cause the rain ain't always bad. Through the rain our seas can grow. I hope you think of home. I'll never leave you lonely. I'm wishing on a spaceship. The tears don't drown you, baby. I know my destination. It's nowhere near you, it's killing me, for sure. You know, back on earth we made some good plans to romance. Make it sweet love to slow down, no hesitance. I give you all of me, baby, and you give me all of me.
What is going on? Hello, everybody. Feeling the vibe? Come on in. Welcome in. Friday morning club.
I think I had a lot of coffee already.
And Big Buddha. How you doing? Happy
up?
Friday. Is it April already?
It is April.
Jeez.
I cannot believe that.
Good morning.
And speaking of April, it is like freaking happy conference weekend as well.
Easter. Look how he went right to conference.
Because,
Man.
that went directly to, all the people who I'm going to see tonight at the club, okay?
Oh, they're getting their party on before the church on. Okay.
They're going to come practice their hymns.
Ooh, I saw some
karaoke.
dancers last night,
Oh, wait.
man. Our people be coming out with them like styles and stuff.
What dancing? Where?
Well, there were some people that were like gathered last night for a dance that I saw out there. I think it was for a conference. Anyway.
Nah, it's too early for conference. No, that was just because.
Was it? Is that the?
was
it's just because I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's because it was
I'm so
Thursday.
We have not been a part of those dances for a long time, so we don't know. We're just assuming. So, but welcome in. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Nice to see your smile, bright smile. Lynn, good to see you. You look a little cheery. You got a pep in your step.
I do have a pep in my step in all my steps. I'm actually
He
feeling.
back, guys.
I am back.
He is
Great.
back. Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
life's been great. I've been struggling, but like the past couple of weeks, I've been feeling amazing. And I feel like there's been a shift in my grief. I know I'm gonna have good and bad days, but like something's changed in me where I see things different. I can look at my mom's photos. I clean out the garage. I'm just coming, and I came across this quote, that really changed my life, and it was grief is just love with nowhere to go. So now I'm gonna pour back the love that everybody
He
has
ready
shown
to
me.
love y'all.
I'm gonna love you.
Look, that doesn't mean he's doing well, okay? We
Right,
still want to
right.
help our friend. Our tip jar is still active. If you go to Manny's and you're going to sing karaoke, it's Sing for Lynn. We all got problems. This is our way of helping our friend. I don't know how y'all do it.
appreciate that.
Y'all like to go on walkathons or bake-a-thons. This is our way of helping our friend Lynn. So go
Thank
to
you.
Manny's and sing often. Now, we also have some business partners that jumped in. Wasn't it the Royal Lounge? They said they
the
want to put
Kavana.
the Kavana. What is that?
Kavana Lounge.
What is the Kavana?
So we sell their kava at Aurora.
Oh.
So yeah, Lulu
okay.
Wolfgram. So they do it by the bag. So we're the only bar that sells kava. So and we open at 11 o'clock. So we have
gosh.
people that come and grab some
That's
kava.
kind of cool.
So it's
how is that
non-alcoholic.
going? You having a lot of patrons that come
We
in
have
specifically
tons
for that?
of people who come in specifically just to drink
that's
that.
good.
So you look around when I'm doing karaoke, you have all these bags of kava on the table in front of Polynesians, Palangi people,
Wow.
Spanish, Ulis, everything.
Shout out to
it's
Manny.
amazing, yes. And to Lulu Wolfram for Kavana Lounge. They're amazing.
I haven't really been following. It seems like there really isn't that much drama anymore about kava out there. I don't know.
Well, there is.
Is there?
No. I mean, there is the one young lady who's still trying to,
I feel like
rebel.
that's kind of died off a little bit.
I think so
right?
too. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Well, who knows? I don't.
Until another video surfaces.
Right, and so I eat it. But
What the?
Oh no! Did I say that out loud? Oops.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why we have our platform is, there's so much negativity out there, on our, community, that we at least try to just put a, different light on it,
Right.
positivity, and just trying to
And
showcase
fun.
like so many of our talented individuals in our community. There's so
yes,
many
we
of
do
y'all.
have them.
A ton.
National.
And we also can see who the undercover guys are too, because those are the guys who are like, hey, what's this video everybody's talking about, huh? I haven't seen it. Yeah, we know what you're trying to do. You want somebody to send it to you.
Is there a new one out though?
No, what the heck? No.
No.
There's no.
I'm kidding.
No
just
video.
save files.
No
save.
video.
But I don't think the drama was specific, really on Gava itself, the product. It was the people.
Right. It's the people. You know,
Well,
I see both
if-
sides.
if-
we can go on for days, but
Yeah.
like,
If you ask Akanesi, she'll tell you it's because of the kava that made the people these ways. Okay, so I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why my accent went that way.
are you
Sorry.
drinking kava over there?
No, I'm not. If I was, I'd be clapping.
No, but the kava's doing really, really well. And,
Good.
and I love it. And it's bringing the kava world and the nightlife world together. And it's
good.
pretty dope, and it works.
Can I ask this? Are you seeing more patrons? And again, I'm not poo-pooing on anybody's experience. Are you seeing more people saying, hey, I want more buzz without the booze?
Right, there is, because nowadays, and I think I read somewhere that the alcohol industry has lost billions of dollars because people are starting to they're stop drinking. The new generation,
They've loosened the chokehold.
Right.
Yeah.
And now they're like trying to experiment into new things. So this is a way of us spreading our culture, and they can kind of taste what's like.
And if you don't know this well, big alcohol companies, big beer companies are against any of these plant medicine because, again, it's taking away billions of dollars. But again, somebody's going to get paid. Somebody's going to figure out a way to make it happen.
Right.
I'm just glad that you're doing well, and we have a platform for you. Again, Sing for Lynn. If you're going over to Manny's for karaoke, tip, and we like the kind of the jingles. We prefer the kind that folds. Okay.
And it's a shout out to Valerie, Duaona, and JD Allen.
Yes.
They created this space.
And before we stop talking about Manny's, don't you guys have something this weekend, that a community event for Easter?
Yes. So this Sunday, Manny's is going to be hosting a community potluck / barbecue. Bring your favorite dish that you would like to share with everybody. It is a great time. We're going to have live music.
I've been to them.
Okay. If you know, you know. But
Have
don't
you ever,
just come with your foil. Okay.
have you ever had anybody
I'll bring the
bring
bottled water.
any Nigerian fufu? Wow, that
What did you just call me?
No,
What did you just call me? He just called me a Nigerian
potluck.
fufu.
You said potluck.
What the?
Oh, potluck.
The potluck. Can somebody bring anything
You
like
can bring
Nigerian
anything.
fufu?
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
just as long as Shadene's
Yes.
cooking, we good.
Oh, Shay, you heard that.
What are
you know
is there a
Shayna.
request? What would
I
she
always
bring
talk
that?
about Shadene's cooking. Then I know.
What do you
Shay,
like though, hon?
her
What is
Korean
it?
barbecue chicken.
Yes. Okay.
And her
what-
dumplings. Her shumai is better than any restaurant. I'm telling you.
Does she do some
Shumai
sort of?
don't bother me.
Is it a ube? Ube? Some sort of.
She does everything.
Ube cake?
Yeah, like some.
What
sort
about
of cake.
guava cake? You know, Polynesians.
Hands down, she has the best guava cake.
Come
oh, yes,
on.
That is
Hands
what I.
down.
I think
Prove
I,
it.
She even does them
Prove
like in
it. Prove
cupcakes,
it.
where cupcakes are.
I
like,
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Look
Okay,
at us,
listen.
all
I
hungry.
have to admit something. Okay,
We love Shay.
I was there when Shay had brought her guava cake, and I think I ate like half of the cake,
What the-
but like throughout the time, right? And so
No,
everybody
you're
was like,
talking about the cupcake cake, right?
no, like she,
The sheet cake.
yeah.
I love
You
how
ate
you,
half the
I love
sheet
how you
Well,
want to make sure it's
I
throughout the
think
night.
I did. It felt like
She's
it.
all,
Well,
one
hun.
bite every 20 minutes.
And then Shay was like, "Oh my gosh, are you listening?" I was like, "It's me." I did it
Because
Anyways.
it's that good. Shout out to
Yeah.
Shay and her Folky C brand, because like she's killing it.
Anyways,
Well,
Anyway,
Manny's
But
is
Manny's
not
this
just a bar.
Sunday, right.
It's really a community center.
It really
gathering
is.
place.
It really
where
is.
everybody knows your name.
Okay, for Leroy.
Doom, doom,
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, sorry. It's Manny's, not Cheers. All right.
Right. Hey, but it's the same vibe, same energy. But yes, everybody knows. So yeah, come out this weekend. I'm going to be hosting karaoke all weekend, for conference Easter weekend. So
it's going to be a good vibe because there's going to be a ton of people in town in our community for
Right.
that. And hopefully they stop by if you're looking just to hang out and sing and not necessarily be at a dance. But those dances, man. Yeah, those people, yeah.
okay,
Are you-
good.
Those
you guys,
people are people, sorry. Weh.
Are you guys keeping up on any celebrity gossip? I got two people in mind. I wanted to ask if you guys were had your ear to the ground about.
I normally don't listen to gossip.
Wow,
but,
you just put it out there. You don't listen to it.
I just make tea. That's all I do. No, I actually don't.
Thank you.
I actually don't.
No, I'm glad. That's the tea.
I do. I've been sort of following that thing that's happening with Drewski.
Ooh, that is funny as hell, though. I don't give up.
Tell us.
No, I see both sides, but Erica's coming out like,
He never even said her name.
You're so rude.
He never
That's
even
not
said
how
her
I am.
name.
Was it like if you know, you know?
Right? Hey, she knew.
What?
People know. I'm sorry if you are upset because like, oh my God, because that looks like me. He never even said her name. You know what? Get out of your effing feelings. That's how I feel about that.
Oh boy.
Team Drewski. Get it.
Whoa. Is that your team, Von?
I know. I
make shit for this, but I don't care.
It was so funny. That's all I gotta say. It was hilarious.
Well, speaking of tea, Brandy just put out her book Phases, and one of the things that people are talking about is when she revealed when she was dating then singer Boyz II Men Wanya Morris, 22 at the time. Brandy was 16.
I'm telling you, this industry.
I guess the question with that is does she say along with that when she was 16, did she feel at the time that it was consensual?
No, she said.
Or is she coming back going like,
close my eyes. Wait, is it? No, that's the guy's part.
Like, is she coming back going like, I'm so traumatized by that? What the hell?
It makes me wonder, what is that song, The Boy's Mind, really about? Are those two really fighting over Wanya Morris when they were 16? Anyway, she says, sorry,
well,
Brandy.
Is there a connection to Brand or Monica?
I don't know. I'm just making things up now.
That's
but
how
she
tea
did
gets started,
say,
guys.
Gossip. But Brandy did say, no, she realized that he was just taking advantage to get whatever he wanted from someone who did not know they were being abused.
I believe that.
It sounds like, these are my words, guys. Right. This is not from the book. To me, it sounds like she fell in love with an older guy because he was her mentor. He took advantage of her.
Horrible, boo.
He took advantage of her. 22, 16.
I mean.
And then they broke up because there was many infidelities that he was committing in their relationship.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, and then I'm not going to say like why now, but you know what I mean? I think like she's finally coming out with the story because of the tour her and Brandy were on that was so successful. Mm-hmm. And now she's coming out this. I want to know like, is the child his?
Oh, what the?
But I guess I'm gonna have to get the book to read it. I see what you did there, Brandy. Okay. Okay, we just gonna be singing Brandy all night.
Well, I mean, it is a young age. I mean, what did they just do over in Tonga? They changed that age group. Well,
I wonder if it was like this or how different it is in Hollywood. Because where are the parents? Like why? Like, hey, my 16-year daughter is hanging out with this guy that's 22 constantly. So there's like,
well, at the time,
I'm just saying, I'm not judging.
Remember, at the time, he was a musical mentor for her. So she's trying to get into music, and again, you don't think about those things. You think, hey, he's going to help my daughter, or he's going to help my.
They see money
to get to her singing career, right? Along the lines. It's up. You can't put anything on Brandy. She's young. She's a young girl. Everything is on Wanya. This is 100% Wanya's fault. He was 22. He knew he was underage and abused his authority as a adult figure, right? A trusted figure. That's. I mean, that's horrible.
Yeah,
we don't condone any of those actions, and allegedly, because this is in Brandy's book, so allegedly these things happen, guys.
But what about Cardi B? My girl be killing it.
Tell us what is going on with Cardi B.
She is just, you know what? I don't know if there are any like a lot of Cardi B fans or if you're Nicki fans, but anyways, Cardi, she has just been selling out of 24 concerts in a row, sold out. First rapper in history to ever do that.
Yeah,
I'm just giving her flowers because she's just out there and she is just doing things and doing her for the community as well.
For the community,
no,
for
she
the
does.
Culture,
for the culture. No, she.
They're really good. Yeah.
Except when she got shut down by Michael B. Jordan. Anyway, just
oh wow,
it wasn't wrong person. I'm making things up, guys. I'm making things up.
That's how tea gets started.
Speaking of tea, did you guys see what happened to Tiger Woods?
Yes.
At it again. At it again.
Okay, next.
Can I ask you, Jada Pinkett?
Next.
Have you seen Jada Pinkett?
Next.
She has hair now. What happened to alopecia?
Ooh.
I'm just saying, Remember that
It's
whole
having an
fiasco.
entanglement.
Remember the whole fiasco, and she came out publicly and said she had alopecia. Now, if we look at what alopecia is, that means the loss of hair. How can you have hair now? It's
I don't
not
know
a
these
wig.
days. Well, they be like gluing that shit on top of your head now. It's a thing.
Men do that
They
too.
do. Yes. Oh no.
Really?
I follow
Is that
it on
crazy?
TikTok. It is the most amazing things. And I think
Is that the one in
nowadays it's
Turkey?
easy. No, that's where people go to Turkey to get the
Yeah,
Plugs?
the
the
implants.
surgery. Yeah.
Yeah.
But these ones are just
Hon, why'd you look at me like that, hon?
No, I don't ever want to.
I saw
I
it.
couldn't.
I saw it. If the camera would zoom in, boom, I saw it, okay?
I like turned over real quick. No, that's not gonna work.
But I didn't know that they're gluing. Wait, you're serious?
Yeah.
Serious?
I'll show you some videos. And I think nowadays people don't care if they have no shame wearing those toupees
No,
anymore.
I don't. Yeah,
What?
they normalize it, just like how
I am
women
gonna-
Where are these
sort
people?
of
Let
have
me meet-
normalized like extensions and wigs and stuff.
I want to
think.
meet these people
for
who are
women.
not ashamed to come out and do pain. Let me talk to you for a second. See if you've changed your mind.
Oh my goodness.
March Madness. I know we're in April, but March Madness for basketball in the majority of the world here in America, people are talking about brackets. People are talking about
Okay,
the
honestly, they were
championship.
talking about March Madness prior to us going live, and I was like, "What's March Madness?" And they kind of looked at me like it's crazy. There's got to be some people out there that are not.
No, I'm sure there is. I'm
Okay.
sure there is. Like if
But
you're not into college
educate
sports,
us.
you're not gonna
tell
know.
us what
Go
March
ahead, Buddha.
You know, it's the college basketball championship. Any Cinderella team that can make it to the bracket, they're hoping for the upset. For example, the biggest upset that the entire basketball world is talking about right now is Duke.
Wow.
Duke is a perennial powerhouse. They are supposed to make it.
Yes.
If you fill out your bracket and Duke's at the beginning, you automatically circle them that they're going to make it to the
Right.
Final Four. That's
They
how good they
stunned
are.
the world.
And so them losing, people, I'll put it this way: thousands of people who put them as the winner, they just lost the bracket and they're not going
Which
to
is
move
probably
on.
everybody.
Which is everybody.
Except the people who don't really care and they just mark
Yeah.
stuff.
if you luckily pick the team that beat Duke, it's a fluke. It's so 1 in a million. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: Warren Buffett, you know, the billionaire, every year he puts out this challenge. If you can get a perfect bracket, I'll give you $1 million. No one's been able to do
Are
it.
you kidding me?
I can see.
Maybe I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna come
Every
on me
year.
and Cindy like check this one.
Every year.
Right? No, I'm serious.
Every year.
Every year because
year.
it's impossible. It's nearly impossible. And just when you think you got it because you think Duke's going to get it, they just lost. And now
Huh.
everybody's
And I'm sure
bracket's killed.
everybody saw that clip because it was pretty amazing. And I'm not even a basketball player, but I love sports.
The drama.
I'm an athlete, the drama.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's
Sounds
what March
kinda
Madness
cool.
is all about, the drama.
Okay.
For me, just because I coached girls basketball and I watched the tournament with my daughters, I am more glued to the girls
Yes.
tournament. One, because of my daughters. Two, there's a Coach Staley. She used to play for LA. Her team has been winning, I want to say 3 years in a row. You know, and for an all-black coaching staff and an all-black girls team,
Oh, yes.
to accomplish
Are you talking
that
about Dawn-
and not
Dawn
get the
Stanley?
and not get the flowers,
Right.
If it was a men's team, this is what I'm saying. If it was a men's team, man, they'd be talking about them every year, like
Right.
Duke.
Right.
But these ladies have been doing the same thing and not getting their flowers. So shout out to Don Staley
Yes.
and the crew over
But
there.
I think that the women's sports are getting their credit. It's
Learn
it's
something
starting
new
to
every
get there
day.
because Don Stanley, right? Because Don Stanley, she got a statue of her and put up out in front of wherever.
Staley,
you
Coach
know,
Staley, Don Staley.
But like,
Yeah.
Why you look at me like that?
I'm learning.
She watches sports.
I am
too,
gaining
okay?
some knowledge. I love it.
Look,
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
My wife likes to watch the cheerleading competitions. We like to watch the other stuff. It's all good. It's all good. My wife was a
It's all
dancer.
good.
Okay.
Hey, I watched the cheerleading too. So
Yeah, we
I
like
watched
body
the
both.
royal
bodybuilding,
family.
all of
the
that.
royal
The
family.
royal.
Yeah,
Okay, they be
right?
like that. The royal
I think I can
family.
be, yeah. Anyways.
Oh yes. Okay. Hey, I was actually real quick because I thought it was really funny. I just happened to stumble across the Commonwealth Games, and then they were like doing the powerlifting, and then like the
How
Samoans.
again?
They,
The what? The what? Lifting? Show again? Powerlifting. I had no idea that's the symbol for powerlifting.
Oh no! And you thought that was funny, but every time that they make it up and then they drop the weights and then they start dancing, it is the funniest. So you should just look it up real quick. Samoans dancing the Commonwealth Games powerlifting.
Why are you throwing Samoans under the bus?
Because it's fun. I just love to see that you're just scrolling and you just see Polynesians all over the
Speaking
world.
of that,
doing
I
their
need to
thing.
get back to the gym.
Jim, yo, girl.
Great.
I think you're doing great.
Now
You're lifting a lot of heavy stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean it like, gosh, that's... We make our bed every morning, guys. The blankets are heavy, you know.
They are.
You know.
They are. Hey, shout out to everybody who's watching right now. I think we have Liz, Bina, all the way from Southern
Thanks for
Yeah,
jumping
who's
in.
responding? Because
California.
guess what, you guys? Every single time we go live, my phone dies. Seriously. So who's responding? Seriously, so we can say some shout outs and then what do you want to do? Hey, you guys, real quick, can you guys just share? We're just trying to bring a little bit of fun to
We're
your
gonna go to
morning.
break. Before we go to break, we just our community calendar. What we do is, we like to think of ourselves as a show within a show. The three of us might pop up anywhere, but we do pop-ups throughout the community with our employers. For example, later today, we're going to be hanging out in Provo.
Provo.
This is your weekend to get your medical card. Stop by the
In
Empathetics
Provo.
office, 455 North University
Utah County.
Avenue, 3 to 6 p.m. It's going to be a $69 card. I know it's
Okay,
conference
swapping those
weekend.
pills for marijuana.
Come in with your shirt and tie. Tomorrow, Park City Farmers Markets. I got to thank Volkers, our good friend Volkers Bakery. Have you had any of his bread?
I have not, but I am on this bet. I'm in this bread era now, so I need. That sounds amazing.
You got to stop by.
We'll bring you.
Tell
a
him, man. It's amazing bread.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you guys. I think you showed a video clip of
Yeah.
it. That looks so good.
Don't show that sandwich though. That's my secret. The balsamic is to die for, but he's a fourth generation bakery and has just championed that space, and he's now in charge of Park City Farmers Market.
Good.
And that's huge, right?
It's huge. It's
Definitely
huge.
good people. Yeah,
Yep.
for
They're
sure.
also going to be at the Gem Fair over there at the Mountain America Expo Center. That's this Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be at Coffee and Cars Southtown Mall tomorrow from 9 to 11 o'clock. 11 to 1 o'clock, High Spirits will be in Southtown Mall inside the Plug. 12 to 5 o'clock, we're going to have the Easter Craft Fair at Valley Fair Mall, which the Plug will be popped up there. 1:30 to 3:30 inside Valley Fair Mall, again with High Spirits. And then we end our Saturday night with Payment Due Devotion Championship
You gonna go to that wrestling thing yet or what?
Well, I can't. I work tomorrow. I work Saturdays.
He's karaoke.
Okay.
You know what
I
you
can
could
maybe
do,
body
though?
slam somebody on the stage tonight just in honor.
You know what you could do though? Like Cindy has a great idea. Maybe if you came over during the intermission, you got in the ring to announce we got karaoke later tonight. Come on over.
You know what?
afterwards.
Speaking of bars, I gotta say this. It may not happen at Manny's, but they legit set up a wrestling ring.
Oh,
right
no.
in the middle of the freaking bar up in Ogden.
Really?
And there's a second floor, and that was the first time we
Oh my
went.
God.
I think our ceiling's too low. Unless we did it outside. Hey,
No,
we can
like,
be
kamikazes.
for real.
It's kamikazes in Ogden.
Like seriously.
That bar is still
Yeah,
around.
and so they set up their ring in the bar, and then the patrons are around it, and it's just
a badass
insane.
show.
And obviously it's for just adults, so
Yeah.
everything
It's
happens.
fun. I want to say it's the most fun I've had at wrestling since a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what the kind of the devotional wrestling's going to be like?
No, that's
That's
there's
just
a
for
kid
adults.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
There's
sorry,
the
sorry,
regular
sorry.
There's a-
community show for the public.
And you can yell plenty stuff.
Okay.
How about you can yell plenty of stuff at that show
The
too.
kids
Just
go
not
crazy at those.
Oh, I didn't know.
Your
it was,
bar
okay,
language.
it's wrong wrestling. I didn't know that they had blackout curtains and stuff.
And also the tussle time is what they call it at Kamikazes. There's beer, and sometimes they're used as props.
Oh, wow.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to check one of those out. But anyways, I will make it to one of the devotional wrestling. I promise. But I work on Saturdays.
That's right.
If you do it on Sunday, I'll go.
And again,
Just kidding. I don't know if it's a church.
again, that's just our community calendar, and we say community because we are in the community. Before we go to break, what do you guys got going on that we haven't mentioned over there at Manny's? You guys are doing so much.
We're doing a lot of things. You know, we're doing D Brooks. We have this Thursday night open mic karaoke. We're doing it like Kings of Comedy style.
Oh, you silly.
like $50 cash prize, and it's only going to get better and better. We think it's going to be great. So check out Manny's Thursdays for open mic with D Brooks and Barella.
That's a comedy.
It's going to be comedy night. So
I like that you added that.
Oh hell yeah! Because we want that energy, because we already get different walks of life that come in there. So why
We
not?
should go, hon. We should go Thursday, hon.
There you go. We can have Leroy Big Buddha be our first guest.
I want to. My return to comedy.
Oh! I forgot. Let everybody know real quick his plug, because he's a comedian.
No, I'm not a comedian. I did. Okay. Look, I'm not. I don't ever think that I'm a comedian. I had friends who own comedy bars that gave me a shot to check it off of my bucket list. So I opened for a couple of good comedians, national comedians, but I am nowhere a comedian. But I love to tell dumb stories. I love to make people laugh.
Hey, and see, that's what it's all about. You can get up, tell your jokes, or just tell a funny story. Yeah. Or when we start doing the competitions, we can have you as a guest judge. Let
me just tell my wife, hon, I promise I won't do that joke that you saw me do those many years ago.
Uh-oh. Was this a first time date?
We weren't even together. I was opening up for Ari Spears. Shout out to Ari Spears.
That was a funny comedy.
And I had this bit where I had shorts pulled all the way up to my neck. I'll leave it at that. And then they fell off. Anyway, did I do that? Did I do that? But Thursday nights, here's Thursdays. The thing about open mic that I know of. It's where you practice your stuff.
Yes.
And if it hits, you could have something on your hands. So good luck to everybody that's going out there.
And that's what I love about Manny's. Like, even with our live music, we are focused on community, local people, because we want you to give anybody that platform. Especially during the summertime,
right? Or where you guys get to use the back
patio stage inside,
and stuff
right?
like that. That's pretty cool.
Anything local, nonprofit, you need an event space, hit us up at Manny's with Valerie and JD.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready to take a break?
Let's break.
All right. Hey, look, we're going to take a step away for just a second. Come on back. Don't move a muscle. We're going to come back. I would love to talk about, because the last time we talked about this, Cindy was in here.
Yes.
The Feilawaki, I call it the Irish goodbye. Do you say hi to everybody? Do you say goodbye to everybody? What about if there's that creepy uncle? Anyway, don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
You never need a reason for a cup of Carolina hot cocoa THC mix, but why deny this new snow the satisfaction? Stop by Wild Cannabis in Evanston, Wyoming, and pick some up today. Must be 18 years with a valid ID. Trojan Horse Cannabis is now high spirits. This is no April Fool's joke. All April long, save on their delicious THC-infused gummies, 100% legal with no medical card at the plug inside Valley Fair Mall or Southtown Mall. Must be 21 years with a valid ID. When it comes to edibles, gummies aren't the only thing they have from Wild. Try the refreshing THC sparkling waters crafted by their food scientists for a fast-acting, zero-guilt way to sip and enjoy a balanced THC experience. Get yours today at Wild Cannabis in Evanston, Wyoming. Must be 18 years with a valid ID.
Welcome back to Friday Morning Kalapu. Lynn, Cindy, and myself, Big Buddha. We are just so grateful to be able to have this platform. We're just three coconuts, just having fun. I mean, we're just if we're going to be honest. That's just three bunch of coconuts.
I think we really all of us. Lynn has some of his stuff that he's responsible and has to oversee outside of this podcast, and we've been super busy. So we're hoping to keep it consistent moving forward, and then
yes, and hello, Michelle Pace.
And
and we do need to connect. We will connect.
And there's also the reason why we give that calendar is because there's so many things and there's so many ways, like my wife just said, for us to connect. If you missed the podcast, this is just icing on the cake, right? This is not the core value of what we do. It's icing on the cake. So if you guys catch us at the pop-up, come say hi to us. We're the same people here as the same people that are on pop-up. Am I right?
I think so too. But
And
I
at
think one
Men's.
thing that's really cool about our show is like we're live, so what you see is what you get.
Yeah,
right.
we
and
don't
that's why,
edit.
and we love
Sorry,
it. We can
guys.
interact with our people out there like in real time.
Yeah. One of these days we're gonna have a phone. Right now we just trying to keep our lights on. Look, when we last left our friends, we were talking about. I don't know. I think pleasantries, that's a word that we can call it. Pleasantries exist in cultures all around the world, and they look different. There's a French or the Irish kiss, where you kiss on the cheek, you kiss on both cheeks. There's a hug and a kiss. You lift one leg up, one hand goes on the shoulder. I mean, there's all these things and how you feel awkward.
One hand up here, one arm down.
Yeah.
Just a nod.
I wanted to bring that up only because now the weather's getting warmer. We're going to be coming out of our homes. We're going to be mingling and seeing people.
hibernating.
How do we say hi? Is it fist bump? Is it handshake? Is it the felowai or the felowaki? How and how comfortable is that? So here's a scenario. We walk into a party. You know the host, and you got to say hi to everybody. That's a given.
Right.
When you leave, do you do the Irish goodbye? Or do you felowaki with everybody? And how do you say no to that creepy auntie or uncle that wants to felowaki with you?
I think like it's definitely like depends on the situation. Like if you're at a family function, of course you're going to say goodbye to everybody because then you're going to be talked about after you're gone. But at the bar, but I could be wrong. But for me, it was more anxiety. I cannot say goodbye to everybody. But sometimes
go rewind though. Back up. What were you saying? Like when you leave a family function, is it known that anytime you leave, we should understand that you're going to be talked about? Is that what you're saying?
No. That was just a side funny.
Oh.
I just mean like when you're like with your aunt and uncles at a family home evening or something at a church, you're going to go give them a kiss goodbye. You know what I mean? At a bar, I think it could be different, but some people do it. I do it sometimes, but sometimes if I want to leave, I just have to Irish goodbye because then they're going to try to make me stay.
We're like specifically for our Tongan community, and you can maybe speak for the Samoans, but when we were growing up, I think it was taught that in our culture, it was respectful to go up to any of our elders,
right,
aunties, uncles, regardless of who they were, to felowaki with them.
Right.
When we say felowaki, if you're watching, you don't understand that it's basically like a kiss on the cheek when you greet someone.
And sometimes it's a hug or a half hug. I mean, it's really, right? It depends.
Right.
It really, there's varying degrees of the felowaki. Let's say it that way.
Yeah. And I think for me, it was just something that was taught, and that was shown out of respect. But, like the other day, I was with my granddaughter, and, she's very like, I know who I like. I don't like this person. I like this person, and she'll let you know. And, there was a family member that wanted to, hey, and she just did not like it. And I didn't like it either.
Right.
Do you go? Do you look at that situation and go, it just felt lucky with him. That's what we do, even though you're uncomfortable 3-year-old. But
right. I think this is like a great example of where we can like break that cycle. I think education.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Almost because you should not do anything that you feel uncomfortable with, or if you're uncomfortable being around people. I think that's just one small thing out of that's my take.
That's why I want to ask is if there is somebody that obviously the cultural aspect of the felowaki, the greeting or the goodbye. What if that person who's coming up to you to say goodbye to you is also the same person that gives you the creepies, the heebie-jeebies,
or the one that maybe have pulled you into a church building room and did something you back in the day type thing.
I mean, you should never have
and
to
they feel
like that.
Oh yeah, we're cousins or whatever, and you feel like, and you're just like, I want to punch you in your face.
Yes,
type
right,
thing,
right. I mean,
but then you have to go back. Like, is that culture? And you're like, no, I feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to.
When it comes to shit like that, I mean, culture or not, if you should never be put in a situation where you are that uncomfortable.
I like that. Your safety first.
Yes, your safety first. Respect.
And as a parent or a grandparent, like how, I told my son, you hold on to her and you said, she doesn't feel like that right now. She's okay. And that you want to protect her in that sense.
Right.
I thought, but
what is your experience? We'd love to hear your comments. Put it down. Look, don't put any names. We're not asking for tea, but how have you approached that situation? Somebody comes up to you to greet you and you already have an awkward relationship. How do you bypass that? How do you politely say it? Because you want to keep your tact. You want to keep your reputation.
And I think I went left with mine. I went to the whole bar thing. I don't even know why, but did that. But this makes more sense. I mean, I grew up and you would go felawaki with everybody. I still do it because, and I feel uncomfortable sometimes. Like say, like my husband comes into the room and he doesn't felawaki like with my sister or something, and then I get it because he doesn't understand and he doesn't know, but it just puts a pit in my stomach for a minute. You know what I mean?
Because you're like, you're supposed
to go give her a kiss.
Feel lucky then
right?
Too.
Oh, like, did you not see her or acknowledge her? And so my mind went there. You know what I mean? So culturally, I think you should do it.
Can you tell
Except in situations like that you don't want to be in, for sure.
Can you tell the generations by the way they greet you, like a fist bump versus a handshake?
I have this nephew. I want to say, how old is he right now? And I love him. I love him to death. His energy is so amazing. I have no qualms about it. But anytime I see him, and I walk by him, he's still sitting down. Like when all my other nieces and nephews have come to felawaki, like, hi, auntie, da-da-da. And I'm okay with that, whether they do or not. I still love you. But because he's younger, I think he's just been
right.
He's just from this generation, this newer generation, and
he's met again,
and he's like waving at me like this, like bye, auntie, and I'm like, bye, love you.
No, you're not.
That's so
cute. No, I don't want to be.
Come to felawaki with me.
Then I'm like one of those other people that I don't want my granddaughter to.
But what did your eyes say?
No, I was, like you said, like I'm so used to doing that too. Like you want to respect your elders or whatever, regardless of what your relationship was in the past. You still have to go and greet them or whatnot.
Right.
And that's where we come from. But even when he didn't get up, I feel like I understand that too. Right. It doesn't really bother me, but still love him the same. I was going to say your name, but I don't want your parents to be in.
Just kidding.
This is not that show.
No, but yeah, I do get it. But I also believe, again, like in safety first, don't ever put anybody in a position that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's your space, it's your body, your space. And, don't let anybody like interfere with that.
Yeah, don't. If you feel uncomfortable and it's wrong, just you should go with that and just go like, I'm not going to, I'm going to try to get rid of whatever it is that you're feeling uncomfortable with.
Your safety should trump your culture.
Yeah.
Right.
I think, but anyways, I'd like to read the comments. My phone's dead.
No, for sure. And I bet you we'll get a lot of comments on that because
I hope so. I'd like to see what everyone thinks.
It's a huge umbrella that falls under that. I think that.
No. How about this? Let's just let's extend this a little bit further. What about those of us who try to implement our culture into workspaces? Like instead of regular handshakes or hello, Bob, it's a felawaki. Why?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a hugger really naturally, but even with people like, for instance, we always come across somebody that works up in Ogden, right? Mm-hmm. She's such an amazing person, great spirit, energy and stuff. And when I started to get to know her, whenever we would leave, she always comes to hug me. And then I'm like, hi, but
does she not feel the energy kind of like?
I think she probably did at first because I'm just like, I'm not a hugger, but because I feel like she's so genuine and she's just real.
You feel her energy.
Yeah, then I'm like, all right. And then now it's like, it's just natural hug. But
when the time's right and you can feel the energy and then totally.
But if you're like, but even now, like if I see you and you're, an acquaintance and I see you, I'll fist bump you. That's what my go-to.
My go-to is not a fist bump.
Can you imagine me fist bumping my aunties? Hey.
But also,
none of them are alive.
Your experience is not without merit. See, people that are hearing it, they could be saying, "Well, that's the first time you met her, and you're doing that." We see her on a weekly basis now, and like you said, you can now pick up as opposed to seeing someone for the very first time.
Right. And now she's familiar in your environment.
Right? So you have to feel people out. You have to know them. Familiar.
And if you agree with me that, like, if you see your kids and they're like uncomfortable going to felawaki with somebody out there, I mean, to me, I go with that first. Like, I don't want my kid to be uncomfortable.
See, and I'm so off. Like, I am a hugger. I'm like, you're gonna hug me.
And see, and I hug
go
you.
in. No, yeah,
but I
yeah,
know
but it's
you, and
just-
the energy
right,
is
right.
real, and it's like.
But I can feel
when I-
the energy. If they're like, then I'm like, then I won't go, and I can read
Yeah.
it.
When I was attending church over here, Mapsanga, I'll just put it that way.
Was that back in 1982?
There is a gentleman, we call him cousin, uncle, that kind of stuff. When he feloakis with people, and a lot of people, when I say this, I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to say, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. This guy, no matter who you are, if you are a woman, a female, when he would feloaki with you, he would feloaki on your lips.
That was that dude that was on Family Feud.
Richard Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
The one that would walk down the thing and kiss every single
Richard
female.
Dawson.
Yes.
That was terrible.
Yeah. So this guy, he's still around in the community. And to this day, if I'm still correct, it's still his practice to feloaki on the lips with young ladies, whether they're family or not.
That's a no.
Yeah. So if that's happened to you, how does that make you feel? We want to hear it in your comments again.
Stop.
And how do you say no? Do you put your hand up, talk to the hand? Because what's going on?
No means no.
No means
Consent.
no. Again,
okay.
Your safety should trump culture.
I agree with that.
So, again, we're just trying to stir the pot a little bit, because these things are actually happening in our community. Okay,
Yes, they are.
And they're happening in broad daylight. Okay. We don't have to go to Kava circles for this stuff to be happening. It's happening in broad daylight, y'all. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, something bright, something fun.
Yeah.
Before, I wanted to ask you guys about a new restaurant, a new food item that you guys wanted to try or cook. I will start while you guys are thinking, since I just put us all on the spot.
Okay.
My wife has been sending me these dragon fruit refreshers. I do not know anything about dragon fruit,
Yum.
and I had I didn't care.
Except for they're expensive at Starbucks.
Oh gosh, that's probably why we don't get it.
Wow. So
But-
no more dragon fruit for you, okay?
No,
is
what I was
she-
going to say was, but because it was introduced to me by someone I care about, now it's become part of what I need to care about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So now I've been researching dragon fruit and what I can pair with it. I think I got some I can make in our blender. Except the fruit's very expensive. It's
Do they make dragon?
So you get one dragon
fruit in the islands?
yeah, they call it person fruit.
Oh, what? Wow.
But-
one more time.
yeah.
One more time.
Person fruit.
I'll go with just pineapple, please.
I can't.
No, I don't. The climate in Samoa
Sorry,
is very
guys.
good for dragon fruit, but I don't know. Maybe it grows there. And we're like, what is
Well,
that?
I'm kind of new to dragon fruit too. Like in my adult life,
It
is
looks
where I-
funky too.
Right.
I don't.
They're
It's delicious.
expensive, though. They are expensive.
They are expensive, but
That's
they are
why
delicious.
we don't have dragon fruit.
That's why he's making it, girl. You get the dragon fruit from the garden.
The only dragon fruit we got are the fruit that we drag on the ground. We are dragon
He's
fruit. That's
honestly, yeah, he really is a good chef.
it. Oh, wait.
Oh, do you cook,
Can you
Cindy?
tell? I
yeah,
used to.
and that's just like valid.
I used to. I will. I don't. I think the other day we walked in and you were like, "Hey, you forgot to turn off the stove."
Oh,
All right, funny story time. Funny story time.
Here we
funny
go.
story time. So my wife calls me because I'm away doing work for our company, and she says, "Yeah, I got hungry, so I just warmed up the pasta. The thought that was over there, the stroganoff." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I want to say about an hour later, I come back to the house.
It was on simmer.
There you go.
Simmer. Okay.
It was left
You
on
better
simmer.
Simmer down.
It was left on simmer. I come over and I'm like, ooh, it's nice and crusty. I'm like, oh shoot, she left the thing on. But it was nice and burnt and crispy and
He
cheesy.
ate it all.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing hot sauce can't fix.
He had hot sauce.
Oh, did you? I'm kidding, Cindy. I'm kidding. My bad.
But that's my
bad.
rule.
Let's go to a break.
I'm
Put some hot
kidding.
sauce on
I
that
am
mug.
kidding. But before we go to break, I read somewhere, or well, not read somewhere. I saw that they're gonna have this Samoan exhibit that's gonna showcase in Chicago. Did you guys hear that?
No, tell us about it.
Well, I just found it this morning. Well, yesterday, but I thought it was good. It
Chicago.
says America Samoa exhibit opening Chicago Field Museum.
That's huge.
And
That's
it's
pretty big.
Sua Li'i Soane. Anyways, I'll let you look at it, but I thought that was pretty interesting. So now
maybe we'll talk about it next week. Yeah,
we're getting into art museums.
There you go.
We'll look into
it and we'll share more of that on our page. But
we're gonna take a break. What are we gonna say?
Can we just let everybody know that we have a ton of videos on our YouTube channel?
And make sure that you're following us.
And they're actually videos from even 2 years ago. So if you have like there's some crazy audio and video.
I was watching some of those.
Some of these
from then and to now. It's like totally different.
Sorry, guys.
I mean,
it's sometimes you have things on the lens of your camera and you got to take those off. Hey, we'll be right back. Don't move a muscle. Enjoy this song. We'll talk about that when we come back. Okay, and wrap things up.
Bye.
I can't.
If I don't say a thing, I think it's gonna kill me now. So I'ma start this out by opening my mouth, saying I have a confession to make. I'm putting my relationship at stake in more ways than you can relate. Now I'ma say what I must say, because of guys like me, dreams only become wishful thinking. Nightmares turn into reality, and the darkness is her heart that's broken. What if I told you you should move on? Because I've been holding the truth from you for far too long, and there is no excuse. I knew that it was wrong. So before I go, I thought I'd let you know what's really going on. I wanna know if I can say something. I hope that I can say one thing. I'm sure that she's hating me now. I don't want her away from me. How stupid it was of me to use you. Even crowded by millions, I'd still choose you. You're one out of a billion. And I am just a man that's no different from the rest of them. Because of guys like me, dreams only become wishful thinking. Nightmares turn into reality, and the darkness is her
heart that's broken. What if I told you?
You should move on.
Welcome back. Happy Friday morning. Thank goodness it's Friday morning. Kalapu, Lynn, Cindy, and Big Buddha. We are back again. It's a free-form, free-flowing show. We talk about topics mostly specifically our community, Pacific Islanders, and again, we're a world within the world, so we know and how we connect and that kind of stuff. Influencers. When we last left you, we were talking about like food and drinks, which influencers were posting, and that's where my wife got the recipe and got us on this conversation of dragon fruit. But let's just pivot just a little bit. Influencers that you guys are thinking about. We were just talking about it, Lynn. These twin Samoan choreographers. Tell me about what you were saying.
So I just came across it on I think in a news article. Anyways, the brothers that they are going to be choreographing the new Michael Jackson film.
They did.
Oh, they've already done it.
That's the film that I kept bringing. Remember, so I was telling you.
Oh, that's right.
I was telling Cindy, we made this connection. I'm like, hey, you know what? I was trying to bring up the Michael Jackson movie to talk about the Michael Jackson movie. When little did we know, we have another connection. And Lynn, that was the other connection is the twin choreographers.
They are amazing.
Yeah, but how iconic is it, right?
Yes.
How, like you said, amazing if you're a dancer and you're a choreographer, to be connected to the Michael Jackson legacy.
That's pretty cool.
For life.
Yeah.
God, those Samoans, they just be dancing their lives. They are amazing. But what did they used to have those Tongan brothers back in the day? I think they were like 4 siblings brothers, and they were amazing dancers.
No, the Tuita brothers.
The Tuita brothers.
They're still in the business.
Yes.
I want to say Heffa was a longtime Chris Brown background dancer.
That's right.
He was on Dancing with the Stars.
Which were the ones that had the super long hair?
That's them.
Oh, is it?
All
Oh,
four
okay.
brothers. Heffa's the oldest one. The other three brothers followed suit.
Are they
Quick
Samoan?
story. They're Tongan.
Okay, yeah,
half
yeah.
Tongan, half Palangi. They're Afghasi. Their dad was a firefighter that passed away, and that kind of propelled their story to the limelight.
Right.
They were connected with our good friend Ro Malanga. What's up, Ro? Who's also an influencer. Speaking of influencers, he's the guy that had connected us to Fan X and all the celebrities.
Wow.
Shout out, Ro. Hey,
Okay.
name drop it. Name drop it. Anyway, he went on Dancing with the Stars and told the story, Heffa, about his dad dying
Yes.
and not seeing his career this way. Next thing you know, he's on tour.
Right.
He's doing Janet Jackson this, Chris Brown that, doing it.
And he took his brothers along.
Yes. And now he owns his own. So Heffa, I'm sorry if I overspeak, but he owns his own studio and dance company.
Wow.
He and his wife, he married another fellow dancer. They do these crazy duo videos and they get thousands
Wow.
of followers and they put on classes for thousands of people.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy now social media? You can just do it from home and
Speaking
make
of
money,
influencers, yeah.
you know? Jeez. So how long have you been Heffa's agent?
No, you know what? Okay, look, I love the kid, and I call him a kid because he's younger than me.
He's
but those guys,
awesome.
all the brothers have called me uncle. I've had them
Oh, so
on
you
TV.
know them. Okay. Like on a personal.
I wish I could say that we know each other where we broke bread and things
Right,
like that.
right, right.
But we quickly gravitated to each other when I was doing Fox. We featured them on TV wherever they were going, Dancing with the Stars. You know, they were a hot commodity for a
Yes,
minute.
they were.
And I was just doing my job. I got to find the hot story, bring them on. Their firefighter dad passed away.
Yeah.
It's a charitable event, and he got 4 cute kids with long hair.
Right.
You know, I was thinking in my mind, oh, ratings, raises. That's all I was thinking about.
Right. And I'm sure it did because they blew up. It was a family.
Yeah.
The Heffa was so just emotional and just
Yeah.
about his brothers. So I just thought I'd bring
But the
that back
dancing
up.
too was on point. It wasn't like we were just
Oh, no.
saying it was good because they had a great story, right?
No.
They worked hard.
I mean,
They worked hard.
Chris Brown,
and,
come on now.
and we have to, if we're going to mention their name,
Just like-
I got to mention another, because I would be remiss if I didn't mention Roxanne Hasagawa, rest in peace. She was the one who recognized the boys and said, hey, y'all got something. Y'all got something, and I need to help y'all out. She was a station manager, if not the news director for ABC4, and passed away. But she was the one that helped champion a lot of the Polynesian community events before she passed. Rox, rest in peace. Thank you for all
I
you
always
did.
like
story.
those people
Yep.
that recognize.
What about influencers in your life? What influencers are you guys? Which influencers are you following or recently?
I think mine is more local. Maybe I've been.
Okay.
I think they're is it the Otu sisters? Otuafi sisters. Remember Eleanor and her son that owns Pro Movers?
Oh, yeah.
His sisters. They're 3 sisters, and they're like heavy on TikTok, but they always seem to pop up by my feed. So I started following them. They're super cute. The reason why I guess I'm just fanning over them because it reminds me of my sisters and I when we would go out when we were in drill team and stuff and dance out in the parking lot and whatnot. But there's no videos.
Are there no videos of you on the drill team?
No. Well, no.
Well, we'll have to
There's
look into that.
pictures.
Do
They're
you guys have
grainy,
any
it's black
film?
and white and grainy.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're really like up there. I mean, they're the older sister. She's a social media manager somewhere, and just I think they're fun to
All these
watch.
women doing
yeah,
big things.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
but
I
they're
saw-
dancing and they do their routines and stuff. So, shout out to my girl Eleanor too. She's doing pretty good. She did pretty good with those kids. So good job.
Good.
Yeah. So I watched them. I want to say they're the. Oh, I'm gonna post it as soon as. But it's like the Otu sisters, Otuafi sisters, something like that. But they're pretty fun. You don't know who I'm talking about?
No, I'm trying to think. That's my thinking face. I'm all.
Yeah. Jeez. I'll tag you in one of them. Yeah. Go check them out on TikTok. They're pretty cool. Anyways,
I'm not really on
that's
TikTok
who
that
I've been.
much. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm not really watching anyone like famous, maybe on like local level, but Shanice, the Taina, what's her name? Half Samoan, half black.
Oh.
Isn't it
Shanice? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been following her. I've been following her journey since she got the gastric sleeve.
Yeah, how's she doing?
She's freaking killing it in her
Good,
game, and I am
good.
just so proud of her. And since she's gotten all this like more fame from TikTok, because now they're inviting her to all these businesses, she's getting a lot of like kickback, haters are here and there, but you're always going to have them. And she just stays
especially
positive.
when you start, really
Right.
just focusing
Right.
on yourself
So
and
you
your
have
body
to read,
positivity.
right?
And all
Read
that.
like show videos from the past, and like now
I
it
saw a
turns
couple of
into-
videos, and I'm just like, girl, she is living her
She's
best life.
living.
Good for her then.
And
Her,
you know,
her husband, her
why,
man, and
why
her
would you want
child.
to take that
Yes.
away? Like, dude, let her live her
I
life.
think it's
She's having a
beautiful,
great
so
time.
we get to kind of see life through these young influencers who are willing and have that energy.
And
Can
that's
do
one thing that I like about those sisters is that I think their relationship really is super authentic. They protect each other and they just really support one another because they all individually have their own separate channels.
Right.
But then when they come together, they have like a sister channel.
Oh, I love that.
And then they do all those cool. I want to get into one of those dance
Again?
routines where they just do those.
Okay, so
wow.
I think we're almost there, Cindy.
Like the oldies groups, background dancers?
Yes.
The doo-wop chicks and
Wow.
Yeah.
Doo-wop chicks, thank you.
Hello.
Speaking of doo-wop chicks, shout out to our guy CJ Drisdom with Changing Lanes, Motown Monday. The 13th, it is the Marvin Gaye Experience coming to the Grand Theater. We are going
doesn't
to have the
love that?
pleasure of sitting down and interviewing some of the actors and actresses in this
Yes.
Marvin Gaye tribute. And those 4 famous notes that my wife just echoed. That's the end of our show, guys. Thank you so much for just kidding.
No, CJ be killing it though.
Yeah, so UCAF, Utah Creative Arts Foundation, it's our new collaboration. We're helping each other out, bringing artists. I'm excited for that Marvin Gaye experience. Lynn, you're welcome to join us
that
on
would be
Monday the
amazing.
13th. Get your tickets. That show is quickly selling out.
Yeah, it is.
I
I
bet.
really understand his purpose, and that's really just keeping the music alive.
Yes.
Because that's really where a lot of us have, learned.
I'm all whispering, well, yes.
Hey, what's your favorite Motown Marvin Gaye of yours?
Let's get it on, of course.
Hey.
I love
Yeah.
that. Just the rhythm.
Those,
Same.
Those also have been solidified in my memories and my psyche. And I don't know if it's this way with you guys, but because it was a Marvin Gaye song, but then also there's the cool reggae remix.
Yes.
And I when I hear it,
No.
it immediately connects.
Well,
me
I was
to
going to
the
ask
two.
you, is there a Samoan
Oh,
version? They've been
Is there?
They have been coming out with some. Is it AI? You think?
AI is killing it, man.
So they come out with some music. Let's say Marvin Gaye,
Big
Let's Get It
Habo.
On, but it's all in Samoan. But it's like the
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
the musical again. My musical expert is my brother. When we talk about these things, my brother says, the musicality that AI has. Remember, the instrumentation is exact. They know how to play what a C sounds like,
Right.
what a D, and you can put whatever instruments you need. Now the AI with the vocals, the only thing that is lagging is the enunciation of the words. Instead of talofa, it's talufa, talufa tiny.
I don't get it though. Why are people like doing videos like in AI and like trying to like make money off of it? All
Because
these
they are.
singers,
Speaking of which,
right?
we just saw this story where AI artists
Yes.
are now competing
Yes.
for those residuals that live artists have been trying to get all
Yes.
these years. And I'm like, babe, we should make an AI album.
Well, but you're forgetting that.
I don't like it.
You're forgetting that when you're really into this music and this AI artist comes out and whatnot, and you're really connecting it with it, like as if you were listening to like Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston or whatnot. The problem is that you will never get to see them live.
Yes.
You-
Well, and
you
it
will
just
never
doesn't connect. There's no history.
There's
like,
no authentic.
maybe with the new generation, but
I-
that's the new music that's gonna go to the future. But like all of us, like our old singers are all gone, like Marvin Gaye, and now we're at the age where, we were having this
You know
conversation
what?
the other day. My husband's gonna
I
die
can't
when
believe you
Dolly
guys are
died.
saying this when we are the generation that brought to life the hologram of Michael Jackson at a concert. Really? It was our generation. Do you guys not remember that?
Why are you yelling?
Because my wife just said, "Yeah, that's great. Hun, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money." And my wife puts a kink in our plan by saying, "Yeah, but we can't have a concert." I'm like, "Hun, we're just trying to make an
Well,
that's creepy, though. That's
AI
creepy.
really is, and really for the older generation that's sort of just still out there trying to make a coin or whatnot. It's.
And they're doing it.
You
They just have
could
to try harder.
really
Like,
you
it's
could really
crazy.
use AI to your benefit and do all these things that you would normally do, like at a photo shoot or having to travel somewhere to get shots or whatnot.
But don't let it write an email. Don't let it write an email for you, because we can tell. I'm just saying, we can tell if you write it. If AI answers for you in a smart way, and we know that you don't talk that way normally, we're gonna know it's AI. I'm just putting it out
Say
there,
it with
guys.
your chest.
Anybody. I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna need names, Leroy.
No, I'm not saying names. I'm just saying, if you somebody that be like, hey man, I'm about it, and then your email's like, we potentially would like to have a discussion about temporal analysis. Yeah, bro, the two don't match. I'm just saying.
Okay, noted. Everybody.
AI.
It's a trigger.
AI can check y'all. That's all. If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I think we forgot. Did we give a shout out to is it Kylon, the one that's on Polynesian that's made it to the Final Four when we were talking about March Madness?
No, because I was upset we lost my bracket already. See, I don't even care about brackets, okay? Anyway. Yeah, tell us about this Polynesian player.
Yes. So he is, I think, the
More
only
brackets,
Polynesian
guys.
that had made it to the Final Four, and he is at University of Illinois. I think his name is Kylon, but it's Kylan.
How good looking is he?
He is hella.
Got him.
Okay.
Got him.
So I'm going to the Final Four. I'm just
Wow.
kidding.
Hey, we got a
Patrick.
Hey, we got a reporter. Hun, we got a
Hey,
reporter.
there you go.
Hey.
No, but anyways, yeah, he.
Let's
is
try it
way
out.
good looking.
Hey, let's go live to Lynn Katoa, who's reporting from the Final Four. Lynn, what's the scene like?
We're just waking up.
I'm
just kidding.
Patrick.
No, I'm kidding. No, but he goes to University of Illinois, and he's half Samoan, half black. And so big shout
Our
out to
people
him.
are in the limelight. All
They
right.
are.
All right.
Oh, and what about that one Samoan lady? I think for the Super Bowl, she is the one that does the entire production for the halftime show.
She the one that does the drummings and stuff?
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to look her
No,
up.
I think I saw a blip. She was the
We'll get
Super
our
Bowl-
news.
she was
We're
the
going to
Super Bowl
get our news together
producer.
here
Yes.
pretty soon, guys.
She was the Super Bowl producer for the halftime show.
Oh, she
Yep.
killed
That's what she
I know
it.
what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Anyway, shout outs to her. I just want to do that.
We have a lot of catching up to do and whatnot. We do have the option to do like Zoom interviews and bringing guests on live and whatnot, but we'll get there when we.
Feel like it.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
No, you know,
Organize.
election time is coming up soon, so we're gonna have some opportunities to bring on
Yes.
representatives.
I've spoken with Verona. and,
Well.
You know, she knows.
What's the new pie?
I'd love to get her on. She's so awesome.
She is.
Yeah.
I love her and her sisters. Oh,
Yeah.
and then we have what's his name? Fia. He's
Doug.
going for Senate
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah, and he's like really fighting this whole thing with AI. Speaking of AI,
Right.
yeah, I get what his.
I like him. Yeah. So now
I
he's
get
going for
his-
because he's in Congress currently right now. Now he's trying to get to the Senate
Yes.
seat.
So regardless of all this other negative stuff that is happening out there, people are just, there's so many of us that we just want to shine the light on to show that no, there's a lot more good than bad in our community, and you guys are just amazing.
Yes, you.
I want to
are.
join a TikTok though.
I'll pass.
Anyways, all right,
someone can
we
teach
got
me how
things
to
to do.
use
We're going to be
TikTok.
going to Utah County.
Grateful so much for y'all stopping in again. Please like, follow, and share. Shout out to all of our partners. The Plug, Empathetics Wellness, and Wild Cannabis. Thank you so much to Devotion Championship Wrestling, Park City Farmers Market, and Volker's Bakery. Thank you so much for all you guys do and your support. Anybody that you guys like to your parting shouts? Shout outs?
Shout out, come see me this weekend. Shout out to Manny's, Val, JD. Let's get it this weekend. Come to our Easter potluck on Sunday.
Just, shout out to everybody that continues to support us and just check in with us. Buddha's Lounge and Everyday People is just something that we are just excited to provide as one of the shows, right? That we can provide our community. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been posting everyone's new podcasts that are happening out there.
I love that.
And everybody's just trying to, everybody's platform is different.
It is.
And get on to know everybody and how
There's room for everybody
for
to
real.
eat.
We love it.
Thank you again. Monday for Buddha's Lounge, we have Alumma Harrington's going to be in. We'll be talking about addiction recovery as well as Yosepa. It's happening again. And what is this new life they're trying to breathe into this Memorial Day function to highlight our
I feel
Hawaiian
like that just
ancestors? Memorial Day is coming up.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We were here just a year ago, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But that's our time. Hopefully we were able to help provide something for you to laugh or laugh with us or at us, and
Or near us.
Use us as a guilty pleasure. The 2 words that we always like to champion:
Be kind.
All right, see you guys next time. Have a good
Wow.
one. Put it in the air.
Woo!
I can never have imagined. Now we're here in this moment. Tied up, we locked in, yeah, we rolling. It's beautiful, purest magic. Through every tribulation, we lasted. Ooh, we've been apart for the longest time. I can't never let this slide. Promise you for this life, I'm gonna hold you down. Ooh, and I will never ever want us to be apart. As long as I'm with you, forever and ever, I'll give you all my heart. Yeah, yeah. We've known each other for the longest time, the longest while. Emotionally never left my side. Now I know the truth. It's always been you. Me imperfections and flaws, you accept and take it.